Hello everyone, more details for Beastars episode 3 season 2, and man, last episode Orochimaru. That was awesome. I was like, oh, it's Orochimaru, oh, man. Now this one, as I said last week in the long review after, I was like, it's Orochimaru, right? I mean, I heard it. I heard that beautiful Orochimaru voice. Orochimaru-sama, I heard the beautiful voice pretty immediately. But as I said, it was just kind of funny for me, because I was like, man, it's Orochimaru, right? But it just sounds like, but it's like a snake lady. So it's just like, you know, like your brain is like, ah, come on, it's my brain, you know. Again, as I said, that's because my brain was just so into like connecting this. This really sounds like a dirty baba, right? Like an old evil lady, and then it really sounds like Orochimaru, but it also it's like a thirsty snake. And we all know in Naruto, Orochimaru is a very thirsty snake, so he's like, man, it sounds a lot like Orochimaru, like too much like Orochimaru. It's like a typecasting, right? So I was like, it can't be true. But anyway, I kind of like that the guys is finally trying to solve the crime, right? Because, of course, episode 1, episode 1, it starts with this murder, right? And then in season 1, he really didn't really like try to solve that. Like, I'm not saying he should do it, right? But you can expect. Yeah, I mean, obviously he's not he's the main character, but he wasn't really he's interested, but not like it wasn't his like main life goal to do it, right? So I get why he didn't do it, of course. But from like a narrative standpoint, you kind of expect the main character, right, to try to fix it. You expect the main character to go in and be like, huh. So, but now we see him trying to fix or find the killer, right? So. That's interesting. So let's start watching it. So 3, 2, 1, and go. So now we see him. No, but I mean, like, of course, he didn't actually have any motivation to try and fix it because he's like, oh, I'm in love with this bunny girl, right? So, I want my bunny senpai, right? He wants the bunny senpai. He's thirsty for a bunny senpai who isn't. So that was kind of like what he was doing. And a little bit he was talking about the murder and so on. But as I said, yeah, it's like a narrative perspective, right? I think we as the viewer, you kind of expect the main character to try and fix the one of the crimes, right? This is how it usually is. And if it wouldn't be him, it would be maybe his girlfriend or someone else would try to fix that crime, right? Or of course, that murder would somehow directly interfere with your lover or something, right? So you're kind of expecting him to try and solve it at least. So here we are. Even the opening is all about trying to chase that bunny senpai. Bunny senpai. Dun, 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 dun. That's like a beautiful hug here. Yeah. It's been very little romance though this season. This is like where's all the romance, man? I'm here for the bunny action. No, but like there's been very little action between them. Like she's kind of hiding there and hiding the romance, right? They kind of hang out on the side and they're like talking on the not on roof, but like on the fire escape. Yeah, the fire escape place. So we haven't seen much of the otherwise. Oh, I hear the Orochimaru voice in my head. Oh man, thirsty snake lady. I'm the security guard. The only security guard. Pretty bad security guard though, because she doesn't seem to know anything. It's like, and she's just scaring the students, so not the best security guard perhaps. Well, I guess at least arguably we could say that she's scaring them from the place because she's like, the evidence. I guess we could argue that at least, but still though. I love it. It's like yeah, we see his doggy ears like get the sad doggy ear position there. Man, those gonna pick. He always picks fights, man. Stop picking fights with everyone, man. Oh, I got you. And he found his trigger pointer. Yeah, it's like, man. Yeah, you wanna go? That makes it pretty scary in this world, like, because some people are so tiny, right? It's like, there must be some kind of unwritten rule that you can't get into a fight with, you know, like a tinier person, right? But this is good though. It's like a very fabulous. I like it. Now it's like, who's the voice? I can't remember the voice acting. Is it Subaru? I'm like, who's this voice actor? God damn. We're back to the whole voice actor. It's like Isekai character. It's like, is Subaru or Kazuma? I'm like, is it Subaru? Gabaru. Well, whatever bit to that. But the ending was very much like they are in his car, like chilling out. Yeah, like in the ending, it was them just like hanging out, being best bros or something. In his mafia. Well, it has to be a flashback though, given that it's like back to the escapes there. I mean, this sense, being a predator isn't that much stronger in this world because they hold like guns and so on. Definitely, I mean, certainly a lion would probably beat a deer right in a fight normally, but no, they do have guns and so on, so it's like, it's not that much better being. It's like, I am this number, says right. Because we know his backstory, there's like, yeah. But I want to see how this bromance grows. I saw the ending where they're like, oh man. Here's den här fajansen nere. Yeah. But this is not like this split screen here. They go, ah, look at the image, yeah, it's pretty cute. He's the Beastar candidate. Yeah, they're like, oh man, this guy. What a cutie. It's like it's a job, I guess. It's like, man, you're pretty good, man. You're pretty good, kid. Wanna overdose? He looks very perplexed about his new life choice. He's gonna try to, yeah, of course. Still wanna join them, crazy people. Of course he. I mean, we know he survives, so like, of course he saves him. Like, he survives. I guess he wakes up here and there, some kind of. I guess to give him first aid or whatever. Yeah, it feels kind of scary here, also not being dead. Waking up here surrounded by the lions, like, uh-oh. Lions den, here we go. They got to vote. I think one more vote. Oh, like, eat this meat, man. Show us. Eat the meat. Look at this juicy meat. Yeah, like, come on, do it. Oh. It tastes great, man. Yeah, they're like, you can't be a vegetarian all your life, man. Come on. You wanna get part of it, right? Come on. Just taste that tasty meat. Oh, this smells great, man. This is like, god damn it. I wonder if deers can eat this in real life. I mean, probably can eat it, but I mean, what if if it's healthy for them to. I know, yeah. I'm now kind of wondering, can a deer eat this stuff? Of course, there are some animals that can't eat certain, food stuff, and then they get sick and so on. Like I can't eat. Like you shouldn't give like a dog chocolate and so on, right? Yeah. So I'm wondering if a deer can eat this thing without getting sick. Like if it actually even can do it physically. Maybe. Gotta live right. Gotta get some good meat there. Ooh, look at that juicy meat! Ooh! It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna taste awesome for him. Man, this is a horrible scenery. Really, like, eat the meat, boy. Taste it. Ooh. Eat that meat. Oh yeah. Man, this anime is crazy. This anime is so brutal! This shouldn't be a big thing for a character in anime to eat meat, but yeah, this looks crazy. Meat. It shouldn't be... This shouldn't be such a big thing, man. I'm laughing at it because it feels so ridiculous. So surreal to watch an anime where it's like, this character has to eat meat and it's like, oh my god, this is like the biggest thing ever. Like it should... It shouldn't be this massive thing, right? But he's like, yeah, we gotta eat some meat here, and it's just. But there we get how he got the job there. He eats some meat there, and it's of course this new fabulous guy here. And I can only hear Zero when he speaks. I was earlier today. He might be like Otto. I mean, Super Otto. Yeah, like he only sounds like an Zero character. He's like. They like Legosi looks angry at the side there. Classic Legosi just sits on the corner. I don't like this guy. New people. He sounds like a lone wolf. I don't like new people. Immediately he's like untrustworthy for him. He's like, oh. Yeah, but I can only hear Zero now. when he speaks. But it is good. The guy's like, I don't care. You can be all angry. He's like, I whatever. I'm out of this. I don't want to meddle. He's like, yeah, be a tranquil. He's like, I don't want to. I'm not hearing anything. Nothing exists anymore. Until the coach is like, come on, bro. It's like, come on. Some nice arms. Beautiful fur after all. Man. Why is everyone so thirsty for the gas all the time? Why is everyone also so thirsty for this poor wood boy? Yeah, he's my boy! No, like, come on, man! It's getting weird, man! Of course, you know what's läge over this. Man, that guy is super fabulous. He's the perfect guy for the team. He's like, oh my god, this is awesome. That guy is so fabulous. He's the perfect guy for a theater. But I like them to hang out though, the boys, so they can sit and complain about stuff, and because it's kind of fun like that anime where everyone looks like different animals and different details and so on, like their tails and so on. I think of course it's orange and the damn body language is so well animated, it looks better. So yeah. It's a lot about meat episode. Let me explain to you what I mean here. Like, man, it's a lot of. Yeah, explain why you want to be our friend and be in the gang, right? Oh yeah, you remember that your girlfriend? But it is kind of like an episode, as I said earlier, where I feel that it's very little of him actually meeting Haru and so on. It's like, yeah, now the guys are like, come on, yeah, girlfriend, can you? Yeah, come on, man, like yeah. Oh, she was so cute and soft and. Tender little bunny girl. Bunny senpai out. It's like, yeah, it's a beautiful little bunny senpai. This is how weird. Man, that was weird, but it's. Man, that was weird. Come on, let's give him the head pat. Let's give him the back pat off. I think he'll give him the back pat now. It's gonna be the classic, like, it's okay, man. It's okay. I think he's gonna do that, when you're like, it's okay. See if I'm right there. Trying to get some. So now we're back here at the fire escape place. So this is what I mean earlier. How do we spell in the season? The first course having episode here in season. And last episode she was like 1 minute or so. But yeah, there was a cute little date place here. But it's a little weird, I feel, for season 1, I mean, it was a lot of like Haru, seeing her being bullied and so on, right? And her, smashing around and so on. Yeah, it was a lot of like her perspective. They said this season she's barely in the episode so far, and we kind of it's getting on world here. Just a little, yeah, I protect you, Mamoru. Gotta protect his bunny senpai, of course. Ooh. Ooh. Kind of reacts to me here. Yeah, it's a little weird here. It goes for a kiss and she's like... It's one big scary wolf. Man, this answer. And put his tie here. Did you get it? Get one kiss? I don't know, I mean she's kinda like... Maybe not. But she kinda, Haru is. Ooh. Not the worst place to drop that. Do you love Louis Senpai? Let me ask you about the Senpai. Remember that guy? It's like... he's like the worst guy. He's like, come on, Legosi. That's like the... I mean, she was kind of like, I don't know if she kissed now, it's a weird place and timing and so on. So I guess they're kind of worried, right? She loves him, but, oh man, that's like, I see you love Louis Senpai. Yeah, it's Senpai thinking about her. It's like the worst. Horrible situation, really, to be like, oh, I see you like Senpai. It's like, what? Happy now. What's he doing? I mean, he's sulking, but I mean, why is he sulking? Okay, what he's doing? He's just sulking. He's sitting there looking sad. He's a sad puppy. He's a really sad puppy. But it's like this weird. It's like the windmill in the background or whatever. It's like, what's this now though? It's probably a new character, I feel. Like suddenly he's an assassin behind him. What's happening? Probably Elsie now, right? Like what? But it's probably gonna be the new characters. Be like, hey, wolf boy, like, hey man. There's probably gonna be him and be like, I see you're out here sulking in the darkness, like I'm trying to like. Now, first of all, like, who is it even? First, I'm trying to find the character. I had to say on right. It's back to the voice. Sorry, I'm back to the voice actor hunt. I'm like, who's doing the voice actor of the new character, right? Who is doing that voice? We're back to that thing again. Yuki Kadi. Shoto? Is that who it is? I mean, I used to watch 7 Deadly Sins, but I didn't hear Cedric in him. Oh, it's Tetsu in that one. It's EREN. That's probably... I mean, I was like, it's EREN? Why do I keep hearing... God damn it, man. It's EREN. That's what I'm hearing. What did I reckon that for? So it's really right. Is it really the right voice actor for him? I just don't hear it now. I'm like, is it EREN? Like, yeah, I'm gonna go back now. Huh. I'm just like, I guess it is. Like, even though I'm knowing it's him, I'm like, I don't know, man. Even now, I'm like, is it EREN? Yeah, I mean, is that the right? I have to look at another site. It's supposed to be Yuki Kadi. I'm like, is it EREN? I'm like, what am I hearing when he's speaking? It's like, is it EREN? He's doing Honkel, yeah, and Tetsu, but... Well, that's what I've seen him recently. I obviously seen him take on Titan, but I'm like... I don't really feel the EREN from him. I don't really feel... I know he's like, you know, I know he's, of course... I know he's Todoroki, right? But I don't think he sounds that same with Todoroki either. Man. Maybe a little bit to him. It's like a super friendly EREN, I guess. Maybe, I suppose. It's like super friendly EREN. That's what I'm hearing. But anyway, let's review it. So, yeah, Beastars episode 3, right? So the new sheep guy, yeah, he's voiced by EREN. I think will of course be his most famous role. I mean, yeah, he's on other, you can kind of other voice, of course, too, but obviously EREN is Attack on Titan is by far, of course, his most famous role, right? Doesn't sound, I think, too much like EREN. Sounds like a super friendly EREN. But anyway, yeah, we see the meeting was a glorious scene, right? And I'm also kind of laughing at it, like a really horrible scene. But at the same time, I'm like, man, this anime is so freaky because it's a scene with a character eating meat, and I mean, you know what I mean? Obviously, context matters, right? Context matters, but it feels like I'm watching this anime and I'm like, man, why is this meat scene? I mean, obviously I know, right? But you know what I mean? Like this meat scene shouldn't be so dangerous. But it's like, holy shit, man, this looks so dangerous. This meat scene is like, oh my god, he's eating meat, and it's like super prolonged. He's like, got out these lions. I'm in the lion den. Gotta eat me some meat to get away from this shit, right? And it's like super, how say it? It's like prolonged or exposition, right? Like he's sitting there looking at the meat for probably like a good 3-4 minutes. The episode is like him staring at the meat dish there and he's smelling it and so on. Like it's just super like this blue red, I mean the smell, and I guess this is super meaty. It's a kind of, I guess like red wine sauce, something like that, right? That's like getting out. It was the best meat scene. Here it is. And it kind of cuts into the meat there, like this in here. It's like meat. Oh, it's a delicious meat scene. Like, yeah, like it's, I mean, it's like a horrible scene, but I'm a crazy person. I'm just laughing at it. No, but I'm just like, man, it's just like, it feels kind of surreal to me that I'm watching an anime, right? I mean, anything I would watch, I suppose. And just, you know what I mean? Like, just watching like someone eating meat, and it's like, oh no, this, yeah, it's like, oh my god, it's me. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, why is it so tedious? Why is it seem so incredibly intense and tedious and all that stuff? Right? Because obviously we know why. One thing though, let's Google that. I wonder what happens if they do that. Well, they can eat it. Okay, yeah, interesting. Because I'm just wondering about it. Because some animal like that kind of herbivore animal can eat meat. Yeah, it sounds like, I wonder if they can actually consume meat. So they do actually. They aren't actually then interesting. I didn't know that. So deer actually it eats both, right? Yeah, like it eats An omnivorian. That's really interesting, actually. It's kind of cool. Yeah, did not know that, but so a deer is actually then interesting. So they aren't actually. He's actually a herbivore, not an omnivorian. Or how it's pronounced? I can't say that word. Yeah, he's like a red, typical red deer. How is it pronounced now again? No, I mean it's like. I was reading it quickly here. I mean, you should say it somewhere here. Oh man, it's hard to spell. Yeah, it's like, how the hell do I spell the word now again? But you know, omnivore English. Yeah, I'm like, how the hell does it spell now again? But I didn't know that. Interesting. I didn't know that. That's like part of the review here. Yeah, I was like, where is that? I was like, okay, so yeah. So deers are omnivore. I didn't know that. So actually then, it's not as tense as it looks. The scene isn't actually there, and yeah, the scene isn't actually then as tense, I suppose. But he actually can do this stuff. As I mentioned during the reaction, I was thinking about that because, of course, a dog, right? You probably heard this, right? But like a dog, you shouldn't feed dogs like chocolate, right? Because it can hurt their stomachs or whatever. They can, you know, and so on, right? And it's already you shouldn't feed cat these things and so on. Right? So that's one of the things you probably hear from pets, right? That they can't eat certain things, and for example, a dog can eat like candy, like certain candy, right? You can eat some kind of sugary candy, so on, and probably hard candy would be hard for consume, but you can eat all the stuff. You can eat stuff right there, and like I guess tails and chips and so on, and that kind of stuff, and cheese puffs probably so on. Yeah, like, but you can't eat like chocolate. That is a bit typical thing, right? I shouldn't say too much here now, but like canned dog eats cheesy puffs, definitely, right? Yeah, in moderation. I was like, Google is like, yeah, they can eat cheesy puffs in moderation. Shouldn't eat too much, it's unhealthy, right? It's like with humans. Don't feed your dog like a million cheesy puffs. It's probably not good for the health, regardless if they can eat it or not, right? But it's, yeah. Because I remember like one of my dogs, he would love those kind of like, that kind of food, right? Yeah. Cheese and cheesy puffs and so on. He was like, oh, cheesy puffs. He would like attack you basically if you had that kind of stuff when I was a kid, right? Yeah. So, he ate them a lot. He survived for like 15 years, so it has to be fine. But anyway, I didn't know that. So deers then can eat, he can consume the meat, all fine, right? But otherwise, there probably are some, of course, animals that would, even if they could get this kind of food, they probably wouldn't eat it because like it would hurt their stomach or whatever, right? Or not, maybe not the stomach, but it's like each stomach, but probably more the intestine. But it's like, one reason why is because depending on your stomach and so on, you can't break down certain enzymes, right? So if you get something in you, you can't break it down. That hurts you, right? You can have trouble going through your body, and also you can't like take up the energy from it, right? So for example, humans can eat almost everything because we used to eat. You know, we humans, we have been eating all the crazy fruits and shit, right? So we can eat everything basically, except like grass, so on. But that's because there's so much. What's it called again? Starch, yeah, so much starch, right, in grass, and also in corn and so on. So humans can we can also consume grass, right, and so on, but you need more stomachs like a cow, right, like 4 stomachs to be able to really get the energy out of that highly starched thing like grass and so on. Same thing with corn, though, right? If you eat too much corn, it doesn't really give you much because corn just goes through your body. You can't really you can't get it out, the energy of it. But anyway, yeah, like, this is a really review now. Anyway. This is what I mean, though. Yeah, damn it. The episode is very scary or very weird seeing that, but it feels so real. That's like I mentioned earlier. Yeah, I'm watching a guy eating food, and it's like, oh my god, this is super tense. He has to eat food. He has to eat some meat here, and this is, oh my god, this is so tense. Really weird episode in that sense, right? Because you're watching it's like a meat scene for like 5 minutes. It's like a long scene too. Yeah, it's a very long scene. But anyway, otherwise, of course, it's like. Legosi, blew it with Bunny Senpai. Like, do you love Louise more than me? Like a bad place to ask. Trying to kiss her, and it's like, do you like him? Yeah, not the best case, not the best line there. And otherwise, his bros and call it his friends are like, come on, man, I think it was kind of like fun seeing them just sit around, and it's because the anime really brings out this cool, different animal. I say bodies, right? Like he has to move his tail when he's sitting down and that kind of stuff and so on. So it's a bit cute to see. But I would say that part episode was probably too long in my opinion, because it was like half the episode, probably more than that episode, was like just them talking, and I'm not like I need to action, but it was like a little bit like, because you said it before the episode that I'm happy that they're kind of trying to fix the crime, right? Trying to fix this issue, and this episode is him like sitting with his friends talking to them like 15 minutes, almost that long, yeah, something between 10 minutes. So there was a lot of that, and I kind of wish it was a little more focused on the actual main story, I guess. Even though that, of course, like exposition, I kind of explain a little bit of his like emotions and so on. Yeah, it kind of builds on his character development, right, and his friendship and his Haru relationship and so on. So it's not like pointless, but a little bit. But it felt a little bit like I don't know really exactly where we're going now, because this felt more like an episode fitting in season 1. That's kind of what I mean. I think I suppose. But I feel this part here felt more episode season 1ish, because it's like used on his romance and so on, right? Where episode 1 and 2 here this season has been more on the actual detective work, right? So now it kind of went back to this romance part, where it isn't bad necessarily, but I just feel like I don't know where the anime is really going. Maybe we should go half and half. I don't know. It's like, where are we going here? Should we try to fix the crime first? Should we go back every second episode? Gonna be a romance episode? Can we do both at the same time? Right? I'm kind of hoping that I somehow involve Haru, I guess, even though I don't want to protect her, right? Doesn't make any sense involving her, but not from his perspective, but I can see her being involved somehow. Of course, I don't mean like actually being guilty. I mean like somehow knowing, information, right? That is kind of what I expect to happen. I think some kind of romance mixture with trying to fix the crime, right? Something like that. But it's a little bit like, I'm like, oh yeah, don't be back to use like full of romance here. But anyway, that is the Beastars review, and apparently deers then can eat meat, so that's something to know. I was like, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I just read it now. I was like, oh, interesting. Yeah, they eat shit. Okay, interesting. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow with the Stone first, right, of course, and Quintuplets, and also Promised Neverland. And of course tomorrow. So have a great day.